I live now? I think I should be live now.
Yay!
Yay!
And he's live.
Flawless again. Not. You're getting uncomfortable now. Anybody there?
Jacqueline over here.
If you're there, say hello. I should say hello. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Oh, is it me or is it warm in here?
Can
you turn the heating down a bit?
Heating's on.
This is. I'm baking. Hello, Ian.
Hello.
He's behind me.
On at the moment. Oh.
Now, why is this looking different today? I wonder.
Morning, Pam.
Yeah, we're keeping well, thank you, Jackie. Staying
Morning,
indoors
Lee.
most of the time. Morning, Dawn.
How's your diamond dots going, Lee?
Hi, Lee. Have you finished your diamond dots yet?
Morning, Beverly.
Oh, Bev's on, is she?
Mwah, mwah.
Hello, Bev. Say hello.
Well, just come on. You great people now. Chin. Just so you know.
Dull old day today, isn't it? A bit different to yesterday. Perfect for crafting. Got my vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Like garden, water.
Oh, dear. Time of the month. It's all out and ready to go. Well, hey, so you haven't started it yet, I don't know. Suppose you weren't up all night doing it. These card mats double as a lovely fan as well. Yeah. So how many have we got?
9 people watching so far.
Morning, everyone. If you can like and share, invite any friends that you think might be interested in a bit of craft. That would be fab. Thank you very much. Decided to change the screen today. Which reminds me, I need to put a link to our website.
You did that yesterday as well.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, now, of course, I'm not going to be able to. Can you pass me my phone as well, please? Because it won't let me pin it. Thank you. Let me just pin the link. That. I don't know, letting Unique get in the way of your crafting, eh, Lee? Morning, Bev.
Morning, Bev.
How are you today? Hi, Sarah.
Morning, Sarah.
Fab. Sarah's going to send us an order for pickup on Monday. Right. So pin comment. Let's pin that. Oh, hi Teresa, how are you? Hope you're keeping well. Hi Brenda. Did you see the demo yesterday, Sarah, or were you not around yesterday? Because I did do quite a bit yesterday with the machine, so I shall crack on. So anyone that didn't see the demo yesterday, this is the Cricut Joy machine. Lovely machine, really cute. Handheld. Good, glad you're all right, Bev. Keeping safe. So really simple, no buttons, as you can see, no buttons. So you just plug it in with the power cord that it comes with. And you connect via Bluetooth to your device. So either a Mac PC, iPad, iPhone, tablet, Android phone as well. I think it works on Android. So it works on all sorts of devices. And then you just use the software, which is called Cricut Design Space, which I should be showing you in a mo, which is here. I'll show you it on the iPad today because I don't think people could really see it very much when I put it on the screen yesterday. So we'll do that today, and that's it really. So if anyone is interested in the Cricut Joy, the retail price is £179.99. We're doing a 2-month payment plan. So if you did want one, you just either message us or send us an email, and then we can send you an invoice. You make first payment when you order the machine, and then the second payment a month later. So that helps people out a little bit more at the moment. So we're happy to do that. There's a couple of other things you can also get for the machine. Well, there's quite a lot of things you can get for the machine actually. You can get a cute little tote bag. Lovely, and it's really good quality, really sturdy, nice material, nice colours, really coordinates with my wallpaper today as well. So, you know, they thought of everything. So, open up the front and your Cricut Joy slots in there, your power cord and the pen, which you also get with the machine. You also get a drawing pen with the machine, as well as the blade, the cutting blade, obviously, because it wouldn't be much good without it. And anyone new on, say hello. Hi Helen, how are you? And then you also get there's a pocket in the back where you can put all your cutting mats and any other rubbish that you've got. Rubbish, no, important pieces of card is what I meant to say. So that's the Cricut tote. That's on the website. We haven't got any in stock at the moment, but if you did want one, just email us and we can order them, and then we can sort out delivery or pickup, whatever, at a later date. They also do a Cricut Joy set of tools, which is perfect. It's all you need. You don't need anything else apart from these. You've got your weeding tool, which is the one that you use for vinyl, and you can also use for pushing little bits of card out when you cut. That's the spatula, so for spatulating things. And that is your scraper tool, which you use for burnishing onto card and vinyl and all sorts of things like that, and peeling things off and whatever you want to use it for. This is the standard grip green cutting mat. This one you actually do get with the machine anyway. You can get them separately, but that one comes with the machine. They also do, sold separately, is a longer version of that mat. This is the 12-inch version. So that's that one. And then they also do something I'm going to be demonstrating this morning, and I did demonstrate yesterday as well, is the card mat, which is a completely new concept. Basically, it's like a normal cutting mat, but you have a separate piece of plastic on the top, and it's actually secured at the top and bottom, and then that is designed to allow you to slot a card in there and cut the front of the card, and then it protects the back of the card so that you don't actually cut it. So this is the card I did yesterday, which I think is fab. Sorry, I've been grabby. A couple of other cards. Congrats, that's a nice one. And I put some gold glitter card as the insert for that. Bling, 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 bling. And as you can see, so it cuts the front of the card, but it doesn't cut the back. But it leaves these little photo corners, is it? So you can actually slot a piece of an insert into the back, and then that gives you this really nice effect on your cards. See most of them yesterday, but there's another one. Happy Easter. That's just using yellow card and then a nice bright orange background, but obviously you can change it depending on what you want. Here's another one, Happy Father's Day, and that one, if you can see, quite a lot of that has been drawn with the pen. So you can draw, what it does is it'll draw first of all and then it cuts second. So I think that's quite a nice one. That's another nice one as well, lots of love. I think that one's fab, with a nice bit of red glitter. Oh, I haven't got any music on, have I? Back in the mode. Play my royalty-free music playlist.
Royalty-free music from Apple Music.
It sounded a bit quiet in here. Yeah, so there's another one, birthday boy. So the word birthday has obviously been written, and then the little lines go around the edge, and then boy has been cut out. I missed any comments? No, everyone's very quiet this morning. So as well as card, you can also cut things like vinyl. That's one of the projects I did yesterday onto a mug. My cozy little fox. And then we've also got this one that I did before, stuck onto a one of those insulated reusable cups. Stuck that onto there, covered up the label that was on there, just about. Yeah, I think that's everything. And then the other thing I did was I did some labels as well. So I did glitter and gems. So those are written onto the vinyl. It's writable vinyl with a permanent pen, and then you can just peel them off and stick them onto a jar or a box or a container or anything you want. So, if anyone's got any questions, anything they want seen again that we did yesterday, if anything you're not sure of, just let me know. So, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you how to use the card mat again, but this time we're going to do something a bit different. This card that I did yesterday, I'll do a different one today, obviously, and, wait for it, ta-da! I put an insert inside it as well. which I've written with the permanent pen. So really easy to do. Once you've got it set up, you can save it and then just come back to it every time. So I had a bit of a fiddle yesterday to make sure I could get it right. So that says, wishing you a very happy birthday, but you can do, there's loads of different fonts that you can use, and you could type your own text. You can put any sentiment in there that you want. So,
morning John, morning Helen, morning Alexis.
ooh, Alexis. That's a nice name, isn't it? Alexis. Always reminds me of Joan Collins. Right, so the card mat. This is the Cricut Joy card mat. Like I said, it's got the unique sort of lifty up thing. Never before seen. Cricut do sell insert card packs, which are these. And the size of the cards is 4.25 by 5.5 inches. That's the finished size, which I think is the American size A2. So in the packs you do get, in this particular one, which is the Glitz and Glam set, you get enough to make 10 cards. So you get 10 envelopes sized correctly. You also get 10 of the card blanks. So this one we've got white, it's like a buff brownie sort of colour, and then there's also cream as well, and they are textured. You probably don't know if you can see that, but they are textured as well. They've got a nice finish to those. And then you also get the inserts, which are these. So they are, it does tell you the sizes on the pack. So the inserts are 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and they fit perfectly. Once the card has been cut, they fit perfectly behind the cut section to show through. So obviously there's nothing stopping you from using your own card and making your own inserts. I've done that. I've got a bunch. Out of an A4 sheet, you can only get one insert, well, one card blank, sorry, out of an A4 sheet. But I've cut a load here, and we sell A4 card in the shop. We do pick a mix. I think it's 25 pence a sheet. If you buy more than 10 sheets, it comes down to 20 pence a sheet, and then if you buy more than 50 sheets, it comes down to, I think it's 14 pence a sheet. So drops quite a lot when you go up to 50 sheets. So all I've done with these card blanks is I've cut them to size. So I've cut them to 8.5 inches long by 5.5 inches high, and then scored it at 4.25 inches. And then the inserts, you can get 4 inserts out of one sheet of A4, so that's pretty good. So I've got some glitter ones that I've cut here, and the inserts are cut to 4 inches by 5.25 inches. So that's those. So you're not limited to just using the insert card packs. You can use your own stocks as well if you want. So with Cricut Design Space, once you've downloaded it to your device, whatever it is, sign up for an account, which is free. The software is free as well. And then you go into, if I go into, where are we? Go into Cricut Design Space, and that's what you see on your screen initially. So it comes up with all sorts of different projects. loads of different things that you can do. A lot of them you have to pay for. So for example, if I click on one, have a look at that, you'll see that down the bottom, where are we? Down that bottom there, it says, there's an A, and then next to it, it says 99 pence. So that means that the A means that it is part of Cricut Access, because Cricut do a subscription service called Cricut Access. Don't know how much it is, but because I've never bought it. But you can sign up for that if you want to, and then you get access to thousands and thousands of different projects, different images, different fonts, all that sort of stuff. But this particular one, #1 Dad in the World card, which is quite a nice one, isn't it? Nice for Father's Day. That one is 99 pence. So if you wanted to buy that and produce that, you pay 99 pence and then it's yours. So then you can redo that as many times as you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the categories drop down and scroll down to free for Cricut Joy. And as you'll see, there's different ones. There's free, there's free for Cricut Explore, blah, 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 free for Cricut Maker. All of those ones have got different projects in that you can use. They are designed for those specific machines. So obviously this machine has got a narrower opening, so you'll be limited as to what you can cut with that. But you can adapt some of the projects, just take bits out that you want to use and not do the whole thing, or you can resize it. You know, it's up to you. So, so when you go into free for Cricut Joy, this is what comes up, and then you can just scroll through all these different projects. All of these different projects are free to use, so they won't cost you anything, which is always a good thing. So there's all sorts of different things in there. There's quite a lot of the cards that you can make. Congrats is a nice one. But then there's vinyl projects and ooh, oh, it's a cat. I don't like cats. So there's all sorts of different ones. The bike is a nice one as well. I might do the bike. Loads of different things in there. T-shirts, all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to choose. See, I quite like the tool collage one as well. I don't know which one to do. Too much choice. I think I quite like the bike. Oh, the stalk is nice as well. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Hiya, Mike. Nothing better again. Morning, Sarah. How are you? Thank you for joining us. I think I'm going to do, because I want to do one that draws as well as cuts. So I think I might do the thank you floral card. It's quite a nice one, isn't it? So what you do is you click on your project. What's that reflection? That's the window, isn't it? So you click on the project and it comes up with a nice little preview. And you can scroll down and it'll tell you the finish size, it'll give you a description, tells you the materials. So it says materials to cut and everything else that you need. So before you even start the project, you can see whether you've got everything that you need for that project. So it says card mat, which I've got. It says extra fine point pen. Well, I got a fine point pen, so that'll do. Doesn't matter if you haven't got the exact pen that they asked for. Da 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 da. Yeah, that is nice, isn't it? I do like that. So once you get down to the bottom and you're happy with that and you want to go ahead, you just click Make It. Is that button there, and then it'll come up with a screen showing you your design and how it will look on the mat. And tell you the size and everything. So then we just click continue, and then it'll look for my machine. There we are. So it's come up with Joy. So this is connecting via Bluetooth. So then just click on Joy. Leave it to sync for a little bit. And then it'll come up and ask you what type of material you're using. So I've got some favourites set. You can also have a look in popular, and it'll give you a list of all sorts of different preset materials. And if the one you want isn't on there, you can click all materials and it'll show you all the materials that the machine will cut. So for this one, I'm going to be doing an insert card. So I click insert card, cardstock. I keep going the wrong way. Where are we? There we are. And every step of the way, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. So it says load tools and material. So you know that you're not going to get it wrong. You're not going to end up cutting when you're supposed to be writing, and vice versa. So it says load pen in clamp. So this is the pen, fine point pen that comes with the machine. And in the Cricut Joy, you can only use Cricut Joy pens. I think there is a bit of a hack when you use elastic bands, but I don't really fancy doing that. Because they've designed the pens with there's a ridge, a specifically sized ridge. So when it goes into the machine, and it's a specific width and everything, so when it goes into the machine, it just fits perfectly without any worries. So to release the clamp, you just go like that, simple. This is the blade, so just take the blade out and put it somewhere safe. It doesn't roll away. And then get your pen, drop it into the clamp, and then lock. Good morning, Deborah. Oh, she says do the bike. Typical. You want me to do the bike, do you? Right, so bear with. Let me go back to the bike. So tandem bike card, make it, continue. It's got quite a lot of drawing in the tandem bike card as well, I think. Right, and then I shall use insert cardstock. So load black pen in clamp. So, right. Have you checked your messenger messages, Deb? I did send you one yesterday, but you haven't replied yet, so. Right, so with the card mat, it does have a protective dust sheet on top that you need to peel off first of all. So peel that off and put it somewhere safe because it's clear, so you don't want to lose that. Just keeps your mat protected and dust free. There are some guidelines on there for different sizes cards, but I'm just going to be using the standard card today. So all you need to do is, oh, actually, no, I can probably do it afterwards. All you need to do is lift up this plastic front, slot the back of your card behind the plastic, push it all the way in so that it's butted up with the crease, push it all the way to the top. As far as it'll go, there is like a sort of a very thin piece of foam at the top that stops you from pushing it far, so you can't go too far up there. Dawn, yes, you can do your own designs on the Joy. There's all sorts of things you can do. You can either use designs, you can manipulate designs that Cricut produce. You can edit things, you can do your own text, you can import images, You can import SVGs and cut those. SVGs are scalable vector graphics. And if you look on the internet, search for free SVGs, there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands. So, you know, there's all sorts of things you can do. Ooh. Hi Tracy, how are you? Have problems getting on here today? Oh, I wonder why. For once, I didn't have too many problems. Everything worked okay. I say that. Touch wood. So anyway, so you slide the back of the card behind the front piece of plastic, and then you'll see that it's in the right place because it lines up with the guidelines. Make sure it's butted to the top, and then fold the front of the card over and push that down. And because it's sticky, that will now stick to the front of the card. And this is the first card mat that I've used. It's not like I'm using a brand new mat today for demonstration purposes. It's the first mat that I've used. So yeah, so it will last you for a long time. I've done all these sample cards here. Yeah, you can just about see them. So no problems there. So I've got my pen in the machine. I've got my card mat ready to go. I offer it up to the machine, and there's built-in sensors in this machine, so you don't have to worry about putting it in and pressing buttons and trying to multitask at the same time. You just slide it under these two little guides. You can just about see there. So you slide under the two guides, and the rollers will grab it. It pulls it in, checks that it's the right, it's got the right amount of room for the material, and then it's ready to go. So then on the software, it says tap go. So there's a little green go button down the bottom. So I shall tap that, and then it should start drawing. Ooh. Would have to choose a complicated design, wouldn't you, Deborah? We may be here for some time. It's doing the spokes of the wheel at the moment. Really nice design, actually. So as you can see how light it is because I'm lifting it up while it's cutting. Not straining at all because I'm not the strongest of people. Quite mesmerising to watch as well. So I'll leave that going for a little bit. Where's the best place to put it? Never get it right. So what's everyone doing today? Anything exciting? Anyone got any plans to do any crafting? I think Lee's going to be doing his diamond dots. Tracy, you going to be doing some diamond dots today? Tracy also ordered one of the diamond dots kits, one of the butterfly cushion she ordered. So Ian delivered that to her last night because she's only local. Quiet. Oh, Jackie's going to work. Oh dear, you're still working. Jackie's a support worker, carer, what they call it. Lee, yay! Right, so yeah, so once we've done this, I am going to show you how to do the insert. Very straightforward to do. One thing on Cricut design is if you design something yourself, you can actually share that with other people as well. So if you ever decide to get one of these machines and you want to know how to do the insert, I can just share the insert with you. And oh, there we are. That was quite quick. And then you can just use my insert design, and then just change your wording as you want. Yeah. So Jackie's a support worker. Round of applause for Jackie. And Deborah's going food shopping. Good luck with that. Right, so it's finished doing the drawing. So now it says, put the blade in. Simple. So pop open the clamp, take your pen out, put my lid back on, get my blade, make sure it's clean, drop it in to the clamp and close it up, and then press go. So it tells you exactly what you need to do every step of the way. You don't have to worry that it's going to do something expected to do. You can't use designs from Silhouette because it's not the software isn't compatible. The only way that you could do it is if you've got a version of Silhouette that you can save SVG files, Jackie, and then you could do it. But you've probably got the free version, so unfortunately, I don't think there is a way of doing that. Could be wrong. There may be something out there that transfers the designs, but I don't think you can. So there's not actually too much cutting involved in this one. It's mainly drawing. There we are. So it's finished doing the cutting, and then you'll see on the screen it comes up, unload material. So then you can try again if you decide that it hasn't cut properly and you want to give it another go, but I'm pretty confident that this is all right. So then I just click unload, it'll unload the mat and you can take it out of the machine. So then you need to carefully peel it away from the card mat, pop out any of the little bits that are a little bit stubborn. This is when your weeding tool comes in handy sometimes. Some of these little bits can be a bit awkward to get out sometimes. That one. One there. Tiny corner bits. And now, I think that's everything. So you just about see the bits that have been cut, and then most of it's been drawn on that one. That's quite a nice design, isn't it? So before we do the, if you decided that that's what you want, you just want to write your own sentiment, or if you wanted to stamp a sentiment inside, you've got a nice sentiment stamp or verse stamp, or one of our easy peely verses that we do in the shop. Obviously, you can just stick one of those inside and then choose your insert and then put that behind the cover. I think my internet's playing up, Tracy. Oh dear. Who are you with? We're with Talk Talker. We've never, touch wood, never had a problem. Right, so what do you think, Deb? Are you glad I did that one? It is nice, isn't it? So now I'm going to do the insert. So back onto the software. So then we need to go, where are we? Oh, it's over there now, isn't it? So once you finish that, you just need to go home. So if you go home, then it takes you back to the home screen there. And then I have actually got, if I click on the categories, you can actually save all your projects, anything that you design yourself, you can save either in the cloud or on your device. I always think it's better to just save things in the cloud because you know it's safe in the cloud, whereas your device isn't necessarily. So if I go into my projects in the cloud, now I've got all sorts of different projects in there. Some things from ages ago some people might recognize, but one I've got in here is card insert. So if I click on that one, it comes up with my card insert and it automatically just does this, and then I can customize or I can make it. So if I just wanted to make it straight away, I would just click make it, but because I want to customize the text, because I obviously don't want to have, oh actually no, could have happy birthday, but I want to customize it, so I click customize. Project already exists. Oh right, so that's because I've already had one open. So replace, there we are. So then this is my insert template basically. So I zoom out a little bit. So all I've done on this is I've actually drawn a rectangle. So if I show you how to do that, so if I move that to the side. So if you're starting with a new project, very difficult to do this really. You just click on shapes and you've got various different shapes that you can insert. So I want to insert a square. So there's my square. So just move that over there. And now I want to resize it. So I need to click on the edit button down the bottom there, that one there. And that will bring up different options for editing the shape. And then if I just check on the size of that one, yeah, so I worked out the size. I tried it a few different times to find out what the best size was to fit this sort of insert. And the size that I found that was best was, in inches, it's 3.75 by 5 inches. So 3.75 inches wide and then 5 inches high. So all you do is you click on your shape, and then because I'm going to be sizing it non-proportionately, I need to unlock it, otherwise it will resize it proportionally. And then I need to change the width to 3.75 and the height to 5. There we are. And then you'll see that that is now the right size. And the next thing I need to do is I want to change the fill, because at the moment it's black, and if I put any text on top of that, I'm not going to see it. So there's a little button down here that says cut. So I want to change that to, I'm going to change it to a drawing line. Because you can either choose to cut or to draw. So if it's going to be a drawing line, obviously you want to draw it. If it's a cutting line, then it's going to cut. So I want to draw with this. So choose draw and apply. And now it's changed it to just a drawing line, because obviously it's not going to draw. If it was a filled object, it wouldn't draw the whole thing. It's just going to draw around the outer edge of that. And then I need to insert some text. So back down to here, you've got the little text icon. So if I click on that, then it'll ask me to choose a font. So the font, because I want to use a writing font, you can use a normal font. If you use a normal font, it'll usually do an outline. I usually try, if I'm writing, I do try to find a writing font. So it'll filter button over there. Then you can choose, where are we? Down the bottom here, it says has writing style. So if I click on that and then go back, then all the fonts that have got a writing style will be listed on here now. And then you can either choose Cricut fonts, you can choose system, or you can choose all. So system is going to be any fonts that are saved on your computer or on your device. And as you can see, there are loads of them. All sorts of different fonts. You'll notice as well that a lot of them have got a price next to them, so be wary of that. Unless you're planning on buying a particular font, if there's a particular font that you think, oh, I love that font, I need to buy it, then you can buy it. A lot of them are $4.99, but anything that's got, so if you look at bookmark, it's got an A, which means it's available in Cricut Access, but it hasn't got a price next to it, which means that it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to use. So I think I'll go for that one. So if I click on bookmark, and then it'll ask me to type the text. So, what text shall I type? Shall I just do something simple like best wishes? So, best wishes. Now, the one thing I'm going to have to do for this, because it is a landscape card, thank you, Deborah, I'm going to have to make sure that the insert is also landscape, because obviously if I did it portrait, it wouldn't look right. So, so what I need to do is I need to rotate that to make sure that it is run right way. So I think I can probably rotate. Yeah, if I go into the edit option down the bottom here, there is an option to rotate by a certain degree. So if I click on that, and then I think 90 degrees I need to do. Yes, 90 degrees will do. So then you can grab hold of the little rotate icon, which is that one up there, but then that wouldn't do it exactly by 90 degrees. It would do it in smaller increments, and so you might end up with a bit of a wonky sentiment. So so I've rotated that by 90 degrees, and it is still a little bit big, so I need to reduce the size on it now. Doesn't matter. Oh, actually, it probably does. Yeah, which way would it need to go? Yes, it probably needs to go the other way, actually, so I need to probably rotate that by 270 degrees, don't I? There we are, and then it's facing the other way. Yes. I would have figured it out anyway, don't worry. There we are. So, so I need to reduce the size of that font. So you can either reduce it by It's got the size down there at the moment. It's 72 point, or you can drag to resize. So if I go in and put in, let's try 24 point. 24 point comes up nice and diddy. That'll do. And then I just need to position it in the center of my rectangle. And you'll notice when you, as you're positioning things, as you drag things, little snappy bars appear, so that you know when it's horizontal or vertical, whichever, and the other way as well. So when both lines are there, you know that it's right in the center of your rectangle. So I might as well just leave it there. So that says best wishes. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then the last thing that you need to do before you draw it is you need to make sure that both of those objects are attached to each other, because if I went to make it now like that, it would draw a rectangle, and then on another mat it would try and write best wishes, so it wouldn't leave them together. The software is designed so that it if you've got different elements, it tries to spread them out onto different mats because it assumes you're using different materials. So I need to attach those two objects together. So all I need to do is just draw a selection box across both of those like that, and I know they're both selected now. And then I need to go down to actions and then attach. And I know it's attached because now it says detach as the option. So those are attached to each other. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do is wishing you a very happy birthday one. I just need to get rid of that one so it's not in my project for the moment. And if you wanted, if you make a mistake, you can always click the undo button. The undo is the power and redo. And then, so if you ever have any problems and you think, oh, what have I done? Just press undo and you can go back. Okay. So there's my best wishes. So then I click make it, and it'll ask me which mat I'm going to be using. So at this one, I'm going to be using the card mat again. So then it'll come up with the card mat on the screen. And the one thing you need to note about this, I don't know why, I'm not sure if it's because of the size that I've set the outer border, but it does come up. It's very hard trying to coordinate this. So it does come up and says something about size. What does it say? Material size. So that says 4.5 by 6.25. So my insert card is 4.25 by 5.5. So that's actually going to be too big. So then all I need to do is click on the material size, and then it gives me the option to change that to 4.25 by 5.5. There we are. And now you'll see that my insert is positioned in the grey. The grey box is basically the my card blank, where my card blank is going to be. So then the last thing I'm going to do is by eye, I'm just going to nudge that so that it is roughly in the center of that box, like that. So then I know that that is exactly where it's going to draw. And then I press the continue button. And it'll ask me again the card stock. Because I'm only drawing, it doesn't really matter so much about the card stock, but I'm going to leave it as insert card stock. And then it'll tell me to put the blade in, the pen in. So over to my machine. unlock the carriage, take the blade out, pop my pen back in and lock it up. And then I need to load the mat. So because I'm going to be drawing on the insert on the inside of the card, I need to fold the card back on itself. So the back of the design is there. So yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. So it's going to draw on this bit, and that is going to fold back. So then that bit is the bit that I tuck underneath this plastic protective bit, shove it all the way in and all the way to the top. Comment down. Dawn, you made me think about getting one of these. Yeah, I have my vodka handy.
It's water.
It's never too early for vodka. It's water. Right, so that's my card. So this is going to be what it's going to write on. So this will be the inside of the card. So that's stuck down now. And then I just slide it into the machine and let it grab it. I love it doing that. It never gets old. So it will check to make sure that the mat is the right size. And then all you need to do is press go. Ooh. There we are. So it's drawing my outer border.
There's definitely water in this bottle because he's not allowed to drink vodka because he's operating machinery. Maybe late.
Ooh, it is a bit dull out there today, isn't it? Certainly not as nice and bright and sunny as it has been. So is anyone having a duvet day today? Ta-da! There we are. So it's done my best wishes and it's done the border. So pop that back down there. And then I just need to unload the mat. So there we are, it's unloaded. Take it off of the front. It's still pretty sticky, considering I've used it quite a lot now. There we are. And then this is where I find I've cocked it up. No, I'm alright. So then when I fold it back over, that's the front of the card, and then inside I've got best wishes. So this will be ideal if you're doing wedding stationery or wedding invitations or anything like that, because you can just churn these out one after the other. So then all I'm going to do, because I need to put an insert behind just to show through, I'm going to have a nice sparkly red bike, I think. Oh, I missed a little thing there as well. Oh, so just slot those in to those two corners there, and then slot the other corners in to the other side. Oh yes, I like a nice red bike. Isn't that nice? So that's my bike, and then that's my best wishes inside. There, you are able to do it without the border if you wanted, but the reason I did the border was because I found it was much easier to line up the text if there was a border already around it, because it's easier to line up. Obviously, if you're going to just have the text on its own, then it's going to be a bit more difficult to manually line up, and I couldn't live with that. So, and I think it's quite nice with having the border. What do we think? Do we like?
Just a question. Can you add a sentiment to the front of that card before you send it to draw and cut? Can you add it to an already designed? So if I want to put happy at the top and then birthday underneath the back?
No.
So you can only do what that is.
With the card designs, you can't customize them. You can only do what we designed.
But you could do the happy birthday and wreath.
Yeah.
As long
Yeah,
as
you could probably, as long as you, yeah, you'd have to figure out where to put it. But yeah, you could probably work it out, I suppose. Yeah, so there would be a way of getting around that, but yeah. So what do you think, Deborah? Do you like? Right, so there we are. So that's doing the insert, card insert. So I'll put my protective dust sheet back onto the front of my mat so that it doesn't get dusty. So on the software, so if I go back to Canvas, because Canvas is sort of your workspace where you design your projects. So if I go back to there, if I wanted to save that, what I think I might do actually is save it with both of them so that I've got a portrait and a landscape version. So all you need to do is you click on the little save icon, and then because I've saved this before, I can just click save. If you click save and it's a new project, it'll just ask you to give it a name and say whether you want to save it in the cloud or on your device. So now if I go back to home, you'll see that my, what's it called, card insert.
Bye, Deborah.
Bye, Deb. Happy shopping. Don't forget toilet rolls. So card insert is all saved there, so I can go back to that as many times as I want, and I won't have to worry about redesigning it every time. Oh, just turned it off. Oh, there we are. So I won't have to worry about redesigning it then. So so that makes life a lot easier for you. So if anyone did want that, I can share it. Don't know how I share it actually. All right, yeah, I can share it to anyone who wants it. I can send a link to anyone that wants a copy of that. So that's not a problem. Right, so I also wanted to show you as well. Yesterday I was saying about the smart products because the Cricut Joy has been designed that you can actually cut without a mat as well with certain products like the vinyl. You can buy smart vinyl. It's basically normal vinyl, but it's got an extra thick backing sheet to it. And then all you need to do is you just, instead of putting that onto a mat and then cutting it, you can just cut it without the mat. So there are various different products that you can get from Cricut. We have a couple of them, and we will be probably getting some more in as well. This is the Smart Vinyl Permanent, and this one that I've got is the holographic. It's the disco sampler. It's got 3 different samples of vinyl in there, and it is 18 inches long as well. So 3 sheets of 18 inches long. So it's pretty good. So that's that one. That's the Smart Vinyl Permanent. They also do a Smart Label writable vinyl, which is what I showed earlier, that can do that sort of thing. So you can design your own labels, and that one is actually one of the free projects that's in Design Space. And then you just peel those off and stick them onto your projects. And you can see as a bit of an example there of the type of thing that you can do with the Smart Label vinyl. Label all your jars and everything, and there is actually one in there that I did yesterday. Wonder where that went. Yeah, so that's the Smart Label writable vinyl. So that one, again, you don't need to use the mat. But if you've got any vinyl at home, like for example, I've got this piece of vinyl that I've used before. Ooh. You can use that on your normal cutting mat. So that's what I'm going to do now. So if I grab hold of my normal cutting mat. So this is the standard grip cutting mat that comes with your machine as well, the green one. So you don't have to buy this, it's already with the machine. So again, it's got a protective dust cover on the front that you need to peel off. And I'm also going to just cut this down a little bit so it's a bit smaller, otherwise it won't fit on my mat. What size is that? About 4.5? 4.5. So you can do, it doesn't have to be vinyl, you can do the same thing with any scraps of card you've got left lying around. You can even do it, this is one of the pieces of smart vinyl that I cut yesterday, that I cut the Hi Carl, how are you? Yeah, it's called Facebook Live, so it's happening live. It's magic, isn't it?
Morning, Carl.
Yeah, so you can use all sorts of different offcuts, so you don't have to use don't have to use the smart vinyl. So I know technology's fab, isn't it, Carl? It's amazing. Right, so I've just cut a little bit of vinyl here. What size is it? Just need to measure the size so I make sure that I don't do anything too big. So it's 4.5 inches by just under 5 inches. Get me working in inches, eh? So I'm going to go back to my Cricut Design Space, click on the categories at the top left, scroll back down to free for Cricut Joy. Let's have a look in there. And then I'll see if I can find something to cut out of the vinyl. So let's scroll down. We got something exciting. Ooh, unicorn, that's nice. Ooh, I like the unicorn. That's nice, isn't it? That'd be nice out of the white. And it's got some stars on there as well. So this is probably going to be too big, but I shall show you what we can do about that, because if you see down the bottom, it's got Make It, but it also says Customize. So if I click on Customize, it'll open it up in Canvas, and then I can decide which elements I want to keep, which ones I don't want, and if I need to resize it, I can resize it as well. So, so let's have a look. So what size is... Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so I can make my unicorn a bit bigger actually. So I'm going to get rid of these stars because I don't want those stars. So click on them and then press the little cross. And then I don't think I'll bother with these stars either. So click on those and get rid of those. So this is the design that I'm going to cut. So the size of it at the moment is just under 3 inches. So I think I'm going to resize that to, so if I resize the width, so click on the width and then just type in 4 and let that refresh. Let's have a look. So that's 4 by 3.92 is the height. There we are. So that should be fine. So I know that's 4 inches. So just double check. Yeah, so 4 inches. Yeah, plenty of room. So that's the thing with all these designs, you can use various different elements. If you just wanted to do some stars, you could have deleted the unicorn and just done the stars. So that's everything on the design there. So my unicorn. So then I click Make It at the bottom. So this time I'm going to, if you were using smart vinyl, you would choose the one that says without matte. Because I'm going to be using a matte, I need to choose on matte. It will show my design on the matte, and I can see that it fits nicely on there. There we are. So then I click Continue. And then I just need to choose my material. So it hasn't got what I want there. So if I click on Popular, let's have a look in there. It's got all the smart ones there, so it's not in there either. So if I click on All Materials, then it will give me a list of all the different materials that it can cut. Paper, plastic, vinyl. So I haven't actually tried this yet, so let's have a look. It would probably be, I wouldn't call this premium vinyl because it's not one of our nicer ones, but if I stick premium vinyl, so it says load fine point blade and then load material into machine. So I'll peel my protective dust sheet off of my mat, stick my vinyl down, oh, it's a bit wonky, isn't it? Let's stick that down onto there. So that's my vinyl stuck onto my mat, and then I just need to shove it in the machine. It's going to check to make sure it's the right size. And the other thing it does as well is if you put anything in wonky, it will automatically sort of realign it as well, so you can't go wrong. And then it just says to press go on my machine, on my design space. So that's that.
be putting salt water,
Mmm.
salt and roasting watching.
Come on, peeps.
Just relaxing, listening to you.
Send me some love. Tell me if you're enjoying it.
I know it's his voice. He has a lovely voice for radio.
What do you want about?
Very relaxing.
Apparently, I have got a very. I've been told I've got a good voice for radio. Voice, not face. There we are. So then I need to press unload on the software, and then
See better.
unload my mat. Yes, I'm feeling much better. Thank you, Carl. Much better. I had a bit of a chest infection, but no, I'm much better now. Bit of a rest was good. So that's my vinyl cut. Probably can't really see very much at the moment, so I will lower this down a little bit. I can. Well, and then I'm going to get my weeding tool, which is a bit like a dentist tool, and I'm just going to peel the backing, the excess away from my vinyl. So this is called weeding. Anyone that does uses vinyl at all, they'll know that this is called weeding. So there we are. So that's my scrappy bit of vinyl. So you can see, I shouldn't have done white really, should I? Can you see that? Just about. So that's the outer part weeded out, and then I just need to weed all the inner parts from the vinyl. So this is quite a lot of people find this quite therapeutic, because you just sit there and just get your little weeding tool and just work your way around, making sure that any bits that you weed out don't actually stick to your project. Oh, this would have been fab out of the holographic. Might have to do another one later out of the holographic. Crazy how fine, out of the vinyl, how fine you can cut. Just the finest little slithers out of the vinyl. A couple more little bits here. Just get out. There we are. That's everything. Yeah, so that's my got a sheet of black card or anything.
I think I'll get one.
I'm going to stick it on a piece of black card, I think, because that would probably show it up a little bit better than how it is. sorry for the wobbling. No, we're not having an earthquake. It's just me wobbling the camera. Hey, Helen, what days are you back next week? We're going to be in the shop next Monday. Oh, are you talking about on Facebook Live? Well, we're going to be in the shop next Monday for anyone that's needs anything. So basically, from 10 till 1, we're going to be in the shop. So if there is anything that you need to pick up, if you order it on the website and choose store pickup, then there is store pickup available next Monday from 10 till, I think it's 10, either 10 till 12 or 10 till 1 we've set it to. And so you can pay online then, and then we can do contactless pickup. So basically, you can come to the shop, we can pick your order, we can leave it out the front for you, and then you can get out your car and then come and pick it up. So there's no there's no contact. If you didn't want to do an order online, thank you. Oh, that's nice. You can give us a call between 10 and 12 on Monday, and we can take payment over the phone, and then you can come and pick up contactlessly as well. Or you can drop us an email or a message on Facebook with anything that you want, and then we can also we can just send you an invoice via email, and then you can pay online, and then we can do the same contactless pickup on Monday. So that's Monday between 10 and 1, and the phone will be, if you can phone in orders between 10 and 12, so we've got a bit of a chance to pick anything. Facebook Lives, the next one is going to be next Monday. Ian's going to be doing a Facebook Live on Groovy. So it's a type of parchment craft called Groovy. So he's going to be doing that next Monday, and that's going to be at 7:30 in the evening. So just keep your eye on Facebook, on our Facebook page, and any Facebook Lives that we've got coming up will be listed on there. And then also he's going to be doing a craft along next Friday from 2 o'clock. Planning on doing from about 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock, so a 3-hour craft along, thereabouts, and that's going to be on card making, and basically he's going to be doing all sorts of different card making techniques, using things that a lot of people have got in their crafty stash at the moment anyway, and there will be a list on our Facebook page, and we'll send an email out as well to tell everyone about that. And if you wanted to craft along, then you can do that. So that'd be quite fun as well. That'll be a good thing to do. And obviously, if there are any products that you haven't got, I will be putting a category on our website with a list of everything that you will be able to use. So if you haven't got anything in particular, you can order it for store pickup on Monday as well. So we'll crack on sorting that out today. So I hope that answers your question, Helen. So back to the vinyl. So my vinyl has all been weeded, but it's still on my the backing sheet. I'll actually take it off of my mat. One tip as well, whenever you're taking anything off of a mat, always peel the mat away from your card or vinyl, whatever, because the mat will always bend back because it's designed like that, it's durable. Whereas if you try and pull your card or your vinyl away from your mat, chances are you might end up bending it, especially if it's card, you might bend it and you might damage it. So always pull your mat away from your material, and it makes it easier to peel off usually as well, I find. So see, it's bent, but ping, goes back. So put my protective cover back on the top of that, my dust sheet. Well, so that's that sorted. So then the last thing I'm going to do with my vinyl, because it's still on the backing sheet, and then when the vinyl cuts in the machine, they call it a kiss cut, because it cuts through the vinyl, but it doesn't actually cut through the backing sheet. As you can see, it's not cut through the backing sheet at all, which is why and then you can use transfer tape to transfer it onto your project. So this is the transfer tape. I've got my backing sheet. So it does come on a backing sheet. So you just peel it off your backing sheet and then stick it onto your project, onto your vinyl. And one thing to remember as well is transfer tape is reusable. So don't just use it once and chuck it out. Come back down here again. So I'm going to use my scraper. And anyone that didn't see, Cricut do actually sell, and we've actually got some in the shop as well, the Cricut Joy starter kit. So you get the weeding tool, the spatula, and you also get the scraper tool in there as well. So everything you need really, you don't need anything else. So grab my scraper and then just burnish my vinyl. So that it adheres to the back of the transfer tape. There we are, like that. And then we need to carefully peel the backing away from the vinyl, and in theory what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to stick. It does take a while to get it to stick first of all usually, but once it's going it's not too bad. And then you just peel it away so that the vinyl grabs hold of the transfer tape, and then just carefully peel it away. You might need to give it a bit more of a burnish. Sometimes it's better doing it flat. So that's that away from there. It's back to me. So that's the backing sheet, so we don't need that anymore. And then there's my design stuck onto my transfer tape there. So then you can just decide where you want to put it. And I'm just going to put it onto this piece of pearlescent card. Nice pink pearlescent card. Pink or black? Yeah, pink. Let's just stick it on the right hand side. Center. Center portrait. There we are. So stick that on there. Back to my scraper tool again, and I've done a portrait now.
On the laptop.
It's because it's delayed a bit, isn't it? So burnish that onto there, and then you can just peel your transfer tape away. Let's try it over this side first of all. And it's always a better idea when you're peeling it off to try and keep your transfer tape quite low. Just take your time, go nice and slowly. Well, so vinyl isn't just for putting onto mugs and windows and glass, slate, all that sort of stuff. You can put it onto your card making projects as well. And then once you're finished with your transfer tape, stick it back onto its backing, and then that's ready to be used again. So I've used that piece loads of times. Right, so make sure that's stuck down. Lovely. Well, that beautiful unicorn. And you can see how fine the detail is on that as well. Really intricate. What do we think? Do we like? Give me some whoops, peeps. Yeah, so I shall give that to Ian, and then I'm sure he'll make some fabulous card out of that at some point within the next 10 years.
I shall do it tonight.
Oh, he's going to do it tonight, he says.
The first person to answer this question.
Oh, come over here. He's going to do a competition. Go on then.
I'll squeeze in for you. I'm only a little one. So, to win this card finished into a card, proper card with sentiment and everything, first person to answer this question on a comment will be the winner of that card. And the question is, what film was one of these slain to keep somebody alive, but barely jest? So what film was one of these killed to keep somebody alive, but barely jest?
Answers in the comments. I'm intrigued now. Who's going to answer? Who's going to answer first? What's the time? 11:35. Come on, someone must know the answer to that. I do.
Answer the question again.
To win a finished version of this card, so obviously that's not the finished version, that's just the start of it. So it's about unicorns. Which film
Was one of those killed?
Was a unicorn killed
to keep somebody alive?
To keep some,
just,
but only barely just. No, it wasn't Labyrinth, Peter.
Good guess.
Good guess. Good film as well. The Hobbit, Carl says. No. Wasn't The Hobbit, was it?
No.
No. Oh, my favourite films as
Dawn
well.
Tranta wins.
Woo, Dawn Tranta! Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, Peter second as well. That was a close one, wasn't it? Whew, all the tension.
I will finish that card tonight and it'll be ready. Then we can either send it out to you or you can pick it up with your order.
Yes.
I know you've got stuff on order. Or you will.
That was the first one as well, wasn't it? Floppy Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So well done, Dawn, and well done, Peter, for coming second.
I'll find a little something for you as well.
You can find a... Can't type quick enough. We'll see if we can find... Well, we've got plenty of cards here. I'm sure we'll find something.
We'll find something Harry Potter-esque to send you as well that we have.
Right, so so I've done my with an insert. I've done vinyl. Is there anything else I see about this machine? Bye, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Don't work too hard. Keep safe.
Keep safe, keep well.
Make sure you got your
Face mask.
your face mask. Keep them away from those little people. And hopefully we shall see you soon.
Hi, Valerie Curtis. Hi, Val.
Hello, Val. How are you? Nice to see you.
How are you getting on with those inks that you had?
You missed most of it now, but you can watch it back on replay. So what else can I do? Is there anything else anyone wants to see me do? To show you this machine?
Have you showed all the cards today?
I've showed all the cards, yeah. So if anyone is interested in the machine, it is £179.99. You get the blade, you get the pen, you get a standard grip cutting mat with it, and obviously the power cord. We are offering a payment plan as well. So if anyone is interested, drop us an email, info@valleycraft.co.uk, and we can send you an invoice, make this payment straight away, and then the second payment will be in a month's time, so you can spread the cost. Does the vinyl stick to China, etc.? You really want it to stick to China after everything they've put us through? I don't think so. I don't know if this is...
It will stick to China, but
yes,
as long as it's clean.
It will. So this was a mug that I cut yesterday using the smart vinyl, which is permanent. And it does actually say water and UV resistant as well. So I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher, but you can wash it by hand, and it sticks really well to things like that. So that was a mug. I've also stuck it onto reusable plastic cup. So again, it sticks fine.
Mirrors.
Mirror, glass, slate, wood, MDF, card,
Metal.
yeah, anything. Well, not literally everything, but it does stick to. Oh, yeah, Val's getting on well. She's self-isolating.
Val might have missed that we're going to be in the shop on Monday as well.
All right. For anyone that missed what we said earlier as well, we are going to be opening the shop for a couple of hours on Monday. Obviously not for people to come into, but we are going to be sorting out, we've got some orders that we need to pick and some deliveries that we need to sort out. So if anyone does want anything, either order it for store pickup on our website, or drop us an email or a message to say what you would like. If anyone needs pick a mix card or anything like that, then obviously you can't order that on the website, so just let us know what you want. And then we can take payment over the phone, or we can send you an invoice for payment. And we will also be answering the phone from 10 till 12 on Monday. So that if you wanted to give us a call, we can take payment over the phone again, and then you can pop in to pick it up, and we will be doing contactless pickup. So we'll pick your order, and then when you arrive, we can just leave it at the front of the building, close the door, go back into the shop, and then you can come up and pick it up from the doorstep. So there's no worries there.
Or if you're really local.
Or if you're very local to us, either to Aberbargoed or Caerphilly, we can do free local delivery as well. So if there's anything that you want, then just let us know. We are here for you. Yeah, so that's it. So as I said, that's the software that you can use. It connects wirelessly via Bluetooth to iPads, phones, Android tablets and phones. You can use it on a PC or a Mac as well, as long as you've got Bluetooth. So any of those, and you just download the software or the app to your device, sign in with your Cricut account or set up a free Cricut account. The software is free as well. And then you can access all of the free designs. These are ones that are free Cricut Joy designs, so they're designed for using with the Cricut Joy, so obviously they're quite small. Oops. So there's lots of the card designs in there. There are loads of other free designs as well, so there are things like, if you go into the free ones, face masks. Obviously these are materials, so they're more general designs. So oh, that's a nice one. Geometric bear head. Do you have bottles for the all-purpose spray, etc.? Yes, I think we've got bottles for. Yes, we've got bottles for everything in the shop at the moment. So you can either bring your own bottles and then just leave them on the doorstep, and we can obviously fill them for you, or you can buy our own glass bottles. But yeah, we've got all of those, and you can order on the website as well for store pickup. So yeah, if you look, there's lots of vinyl designs, lots of designs that you can cut out of vinyl. You don't have to cut them out of vinyl, you can cut them out of card if you want. So all of these different designs. Oh, animal rescue pouch. That's obviously out of fabric. So that's more designed for use with the. But as you can see, there are, little cupcake toppers. You don't need to spend any money on here. You can literally use thousands of different designs. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Sparkle colouring page. Oh, I like that. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? So that is just drawn with the pens, and then you can just colour it in yourself. Ooh, that would be nice. And then obviously you can resize that to fit the Cricut Joy then as well. Donna. Fab. There we are. So that one, as you can see, is free to use. As long as you check to make sure that it says 0, spending any money then. Yeah. Bathrooms, mason jars, all sorts of different things. Peter's asked a question about cutting with fabric. I wouldn't use the Cricut Joy to cut out fabric because it is more designed just for card and vinyl. But you can, the best machine to use would be the Cricut Maker. Obviously the Cricut Maker is quite a bit more expensive, but you can actually get a rotary cutter blade that you can put into it, and then it can actually cut out the designs using the rotary cutter, which is amazing. So that is the best machine in the Cricut range on the market at the moment. And if you're interested in the Cricut Maker, we can get the Cricut Maker. And if you're interested, drop me an email or message or whatever, and I can find out prices for that. The software is exactly the same, so it uses the same software, Cricut Design Space, and again, I think you can, it's Bluetooth. I think you can use, if you've got a computer, you can use USB as well, but obviously Bluetooth is sometimes a bit easier, isn't it, really, these days? Yeah, so I would go for, if you wanted a machine for cutting fabric, I would go for the Cricut Maker. And the Cricut Joy is more for just cards and vinyl projects and things like that. All right. Any more questions before we go? And if anyone didn't know, we're back on Monday. Ian's going to be doing a groovy Facebook Live Monday evening at 7:30. So make sure you look at that. And then we're also going to be doing a craft along next Friday from 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No problems, Peter? So I think I might have a little play with that sparkly colouring page actually, and try and do that later. So thank you for joining me. Thanks everyone for your support. Don't forget we're in the shop on Monday, so if you want to place any orders, we can pick those and then locally or send them out to you, or you can come and pick them up. Thanks, Peter. And keep safe, everyone. Don't forget to self-isolate and keep dosing up if you're not feeling very well, and enjoy the peace for the moment, if nothing else. Take care and be kind to everyone, and we shall see you again soon. Bye.